you make of everything, although you don't pay attention to it, you've been asked about it time and time again, about basically him not accepting the loss and there being a handful of other reasons about why you could have possibly won that fight. What do you say, and what do you think about that mental fortitude to not actually accept what happened in the last fight?
It just shows you that I'm living in Wilder's mind rent-free the whole time, 2 years. Every time he looks in the mirror, he sees Tyson Fury. Every time he goes to bed, before he closes his eyes at night, he sees the Gypsy King. And everything he wakes up and thinks about in the morning, he thinks of Tyson Fury. Even when he goes to sleep at night with his missus, he's thinking of Tyson Fury. You know, it's crazy. It must be crazy to be obsessed with a man like me so much in his life that... Crazy. It's just crazy. But you know, I've not really made too much of what he says, because this time I'm going to put a knuckle duster on each hand and then I'm going to go into the fight. I might even put double knuckle duster.
A couple egg weights extra?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I even bring like a steel baseball bat into the ring, maybe in my trousers or something, who knows. Can't tell with the Gypsy King. I'm magic, I'm like Houdini.
Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ.
Yeah.
Much of you said that this is not round 1 of the 3rd fight, but instead round 20.
Yes.
For those people that were under a rock or have not watched either of the 2 fights or are still even on the fence about coming out to Las Vegas and joining us, what can they expect from the Gypsy King in round 20 of this 3rd fight?
We're just going to get straight on the front foot, straight at him, and start trading straight away from round 1. You know, Wilder's the biggest puncher in the history of our sport. But I've got the biggest balls in the history of our sport, as I've proved many times.
I remember speaking to, this is a little bit of a throwback, but Andy Lee after he fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And he said when I hit Chavez Jr. with the hardest punch that I could hit him with, and he took it on the chin and continued to come forward, I was mentally broken in that fight and knew from that point on it was over. You took 2 huge right hands from Deontay Wilder in the 2nd fight. He floored you twice in the 1st fight, and you got back up. What does that do to a fighter mentally when you know you've taken pretty much everything he's had to offer and still won the fight?
You know, I've never experienced it because I've never actually, someone's never done that to me. But Wilder's still thinking about what happened in 2018. How the fuck did he get up in round 12 after being knocked out? It's like you hit a guy with your best shot, you knock him out, he gets back up, gets back into you, and then does exactly what he says he's going to do in the rematch, and takes me out, you know. So there's not much I can say. I'm not here to slate Deontay Wilder. He is what he is.
Oh, now.
Honestly, I think the guy's a real piece of shit. He's a real piece of work, and nobody or nothing will ever change my mind. When we was first going to fight, I thought he was a decent man, like a family man, you know, doing it for his kids and all that. But now I know he's a real piece of garbage, piece of rubbish. And I'm going to knock him spark out on Saturday night, and I cannot wait to get him in that ring and give him a good hiding, for sure. I might even take it slow with him. I might take it slow and punish him, make him say no mas.
Okay, a little no mas in there. All right.